Hey, everybody. It is Brooke with the Junk Parlor. I love show and tells because I think people really enjoy seeing what items I come home with because, it makes me think of when people go to, let's say, a flea market or an antique mall, they might be like, well, all the good stuff is picked over on the early bird sales. And then by the third day of the sale, there's nothing left. Well, that's not true. There is tons of things left. And what you pick when you go to a flea market or a thrift store would be another good idea. Some people have great luck at a thrift store. Other people hate thrift stores because they don't feel like they ever find anything. What we all find, you, me, your best friend, your mom, your dad, what we all find when we go to flea markets and thrift stores is what catches our eye, and that's our style. So if you like the things that I pick, then we have similar styles. And I'm going to say my style is definitely all over the place. I like a little bit of everything. And that's one of the reasons I love my job, because I can't put all styles in my house. Yes, I can be eclectic and mix things, but I literally do not have a room to do everything that I love in all of these different styles. So having the shop is a great outlet for me on this area might be set up in this style, and this area is set up in this style, and I get to kind of have that outlet. So I went to Des Moines yesterday. I met up with one of my girlfriends, Hillary. She took me to Goodwill bins, which was my very first time of doing that. But what I went to first before we got together was to my favorite flea market shops in Des Moines. Okay, so this I got at one of the flea market shops. I mean, rusty trucks are great. They are super popular right now. You can decorate them seasonally. You can fill this things with straw and pumpkins. You can do a whole collection of bottle brush trees or packages, a whole bunch of elves. I mean, so many options on what you can do with something like this. You could even on this one, the back is big enough. You could stand up Christmas cards. Yes, you couldn't see them all, but you could at least grab them and go through them and look and see who sent them to you. So that would be pretty awesome. I didn't even look to see if this one has a maker's mark. Normally it's an Ertl. Normally it's going to be on the tires, I have learned. So this needs to get cleaned up, but I saw the potential in it. I said I went to the Goodwill bins. It's my second time going. I shouldn't have said it was my first, but my first time was probably 12 years ago. And I didn't really like it. And Hillary still hasn't convinced me, but it is literally Hillary's favorite place to go. I did find this pink piece of pottery. I love the color. And the stamp was actually something I'd never heard of. Stanford Sebring O, it looks like. So it has a good stamp on it. It's going to be probably $15. So it's not anything that's just like, oh, gonna make me rich. But I just loved the shape and the color, and it's not chipped or cracked or anything. So that is always a bonus. And then we're getting ready for Christmas. Check out the color on this canister. If you are in our supporter group, you know that I always about drop things. So that was not surprising to you. But I love the pattern. Got this at the flea market shop. It is crazy lightweight. So what? It's probably tin or aluminum. Oh, I got some sticky stuff on there I need to get cleaned off. But crazy lightweight. There's no maker's mark on it. It is just a little, probably play teapot. But if you've seen the enamel ones I've had that are green, love them, but I love this. Love that. I have a girl who is on the hunt for oil cans. Actually, now I have 3 girls that are on the hunt for oil cans. So these are already spoken for. They are super cute. I've seen them painted and turned into pumpkins. You can stick some wire in the hole and do a little curly and then stick a photo or a postcard in there. I have this cutting board. This would be great for a charcuterie board, just a little small thing, table for 2. but this would also just look great hanging on the wall. Or really popular is doing like a curtain rod or like a towel bar on the side of an island or peninsula. And then you put those little S hooks and you do a cutting board. You do a little like kind of like a wall pocket basket. Do some kind of hand towel, kitchen utensil, whether it would be a rolling pin or a spoon or whatever. But I don't know if this is old or new, but I really liked it. This was in the bins. Flower frog at the flea market shop that I like. I love this one because it's super unique. And then this little guy was so cute. He was at a thrift store. Hillary let me have him. She must not have loved him. But I just cracked up. Okay, so one, he is missing like a half of a foot. Okay. Looks like it's just kind of like a black cardboard thing, so I could probably replace that. But you're not going to believe what the guy is made out of. You know those twisty things that have the smelly things in them that you're supposed to put in your, well, I don't know if you're supposed to, but people put in their bathroom. You know what I'm talking about? That's what somebody used to make this guy. Hey, I do 25 days of Christmas. Totally need some projects to do, so maybe I should do one of those. And these pumpkins, I actually got them for myself because if you saw, I did some scarecrows. These were at the dollar bins, and I wanted to use these pumpkins as faces on the scarecrows. Our local Walmart did not have any. The ones they had were like a bucket, so they were kind of like, this is a bucket too, but they're like a normal bucket where they're tapered. And that looks stupid on my scarecrows. So even though Halloween has gone, I'm going to save these for next year. The bins. I got all of these little things, and these don't have stickers on them, but these are sippy cups. And they're lightweight, so I knew they were cheap at the dollar bins. Or not dollar bins, whatever, the Goodwill bins. But I thought I could do a fun project or DIY with these next year. I don't know exactly what I will do. I have seen these turned into, or something similar, turned into concrete pumpkins. So maybe something like that. Or I could just see putting them like on a dowel rod or a spike or something and making a little totem pole of pumpkin heads. So anyway, I got those for next year DIY projects. And then I just sold one of these and I found another one. This is a Sunsweet tea jar. This one does not have a lid, but green. I love green. Speaking of loving green stuff, hello. I love it. It was only the cookies. There weren't any of the other canisters, but the coloring on this one, it definitely is screaming my name. And then look at this little Rudolph cutout, super cute. I got him home and I realized that his leg is broke a little bit. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of angled. There's a slit right here, so I'm hoping I can pack some glue down in there, clamp it, and help stand him up, make him a little bit sturdier. So we have our little gourd angel, which I don't know why, but it just called my name. I do not think I have any gold wire like that. I had saved some copper wire for a long time, so hopefully I can find something because you can still see the holes. I have silver springs, but I don't think I have anything this color, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Check out our little snowman gourd. I mean, somebody's got some skills to do something like that. To Google how to dry a pumpkin. I guess I've never done a gourd. It's probably the same concept. My pumpkins, they just like shrivel up into nothing, and then you have a stem to salvage. But I just loved this warty pumpkin. So he looks like he was probably sitting like this. And then I always want to call these felt, and they're not felt. I don't think they're fuzzy either. This one's got some like sewing string on him. What the heck are they called? Flocked. I think flocked is the word. So we got this flocked deer, super cute, accordion, and I just hammered in all of the little things, so it's super tight to move because of that. But this one is a nice big one, great color. A little toy washing machine. How cute would that be in your laundry room or even your mud room, bathroom? One of these doesn't want to stand up the best because its bottom is not the best, but these are some old candles. I need to kind of research and see what that shape was and see if it is a girly candle or not. This is a 2 from packaging. Oh, these must be 2 different ones. I never realized that because it doesn't match. And then here you got a Merry Christmas tree, and then here you got season greetings bells. But anyway, that doesn't matter. It just has a candle in it, and I just liked the packaging. So the packaging was fun. I could do it like that. Another candle I got, this makes me think of my grandma. I can't remember what her display was. What would you call that? Her the picture scene. I'm kind of thinking this one might be too, although the bottom of this one is solid and the bottom of the other one was hollow. I got 2 of these little butternut coffee things, tins. They're half pounders. They are just so cute. I know 1 pounders are super common. This like vintage paper mache little car. Show you the side that is painted. Got some more flashcards, and Editions seems to sell the best. Oh, it's taped on there. It's why it wouldn't come off. I love lunch boxes. So this one is just plain old black, and then it's crazy brass in the inside, even though it's silver on the outside. I never thought about that when I looked at it. But to me, that makes it great for fall. So you could do a whole little copper, brass, wood, and black vignette. And we have this stamp holder. Love these again. Great for stamp displays, but you can also use them. I don't have any lying around here, but you can also use them as like a holder for different tools, your brushes. You know, you can do lots of things in there. Little bottles, like the spice size bottles would clip in there. A receipt holder that goes on the wall. The Santa dolls, I got him at the flea market shop. Thought he was in this little tin. I'm not sure if it's a bread tin because, I mean, it's set up like one, but it is smaller than the bread tins normally are. But I think it would nest really, really well. Got another customer looking for Prince Albert tins, so I grabbed that. You've seen, I always make jar lid pumpkins, and so these, somebody had done that one with, I don't know if they were just tying them together to make a pumpkin, or if they were just doing it to keep them together, but you need to add a stem to this, and that would make it so it won't fluctuate. So I might take this apart and do a smaller one, or I could just leave it and add I've got another girl who's looking for lampshades that are scalloped at the bottom, so I grabbed that. This I got at the Goodwill bins. I don't know if it's older or newer, but it didn't matter because I like it. I do lots of DIY Christmas projects for 25 days of Christmas, and I thought I could use that as embellishment if nothing else. This picture frame I really liked. It was already white and chippy. Whoever painted it though, the white is not sticking. So all I did was I ran my finger around this smooth spot and all of that white chipped off. So really it probably needs to be touched up again, or leave it as is and let someone else do it. You can, this is, I mean, obviously wired to hang it, but you can take and put twine in between, and then I can use a clothespin and I could do a little Christmas wreath. I could clip a little stocking. I could clip a little Santa face. I could clip a postcard. So picture frames don't have to be used just necessarily to frame. We have this, it's not marked ironstone. Normally the stamp's big enough that you can see it. This has tape on it from however long ago. People seem to put medical tape on things and then write, you know, like wedding gift, blah, 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 or who it was going to go to in the family if someone passed away. So these are called milk pitchers, I think. This one, I love it. There is a little bit of crack here at the handle. There is a little bit of chipping right here. but who cares? It's got a great look. And then this candle needs a little bit of love, but I loved that the holder is one of those where you can raise and lower the candle. Okay, so that's a bonus. And then this needs clipped on there a little bit differently, but you have this clip for the candle to make a little light with it. So that's cute. And then the shade just sets over the top. It looks like it's bent a little bit, so it needs a little bit of love to make it go back on that frame or whatever. But I would probably not do green. Green kind of blends into the brass, but you could do a color with. Got this little sugar bowl, tea leaf pattern. It doesn't have the lid, but it doesn't matter. I still really like it. And again, you can stick like a cypress tree in it. It has this unique jar grabber. It's super long. It's got the twisted metal. It doesn't really work that well. I mean, you don't get to go very far apart. It does close well. Just, you don't get to open it very much. But I guess if you're grabbing a jar, the jars are uniform size, so it doesn't matter too much. But I just thought that was super neat.